A message like this begins in heaven. That God allows. He says, God lie? No. This is the whole truth. This whole thing is truth. His question was, who shall persuade him to go up to Ramoth Gilead and fall? Not prosper. God didn't say the word prosper. Who's going to persuade him to fall? And these demons are so competitive and so fierce, if it means causing destruction, they volunteer. I'll do it. And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. This is kind of a long meeting in heaven. You got demons, angels, spirits and dark things, dark sayings, mysteries, so on and so forth. They're coming forth one by one to tell how they're going to do it. And there came forth the spirit. Here you go with that spirit stuff again. Beware of spirit without the. There came forth the spirit and stood before the Lord and said, with full confidence and boldness, I will persuade him. Wow, listen to this guy. This is a pretty bold demon. Comes and stands before. He came out of the crowd and stood before the Lord and said, I'll persuade him. Okay. And the Lord said unto him, I imagine God himself was amused. Wherewith? How you going to do that? How you going to persuade him? And I think he gave an answer God didn't expect. You got to forgive me for that. That's how I feel. Someone called that blasphemy. God already showed us in his word that things happen sometimes that God said, I know it was going to enter into your heart to do this or that and the other. He made that very clear. And I think in this one here, when he asked him wherewith, God wanted to know. He put the question out. He didn't give any answers. He just threw the question out. And this person comes forward and answers the question and said, I will do it. I will. One of Satan's trademarks. I will. How are you going to do it? I will go forth I know, man. I'll just count the I wills here. He said it 3 times. In verse number 21 and twice in verse number 22. And the Lord said to him, wherewith? He said, I will go forth and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. Can't be talking about God's, because God only got one there. I'll be a lying spirit in the mouth of all 400 of them. I'll cause them all to lie. How are you going to do it? Only one thing will make men do something like that is money. Money. I'm going to bless them. I'm going to offer them an offering the likes of which they had never seen. And I'm going to bless them and prosper them in ways they never dreamed of. They're going to all get houses. They're going to all get Benzos and BMWs. All of them. They're going to all get bank accounts. They're going to all get worldly notoriety as being somebody great in the kingdom. Every one of them. I'm going to give it to all of them. Yeah, that's what Satan said. I mean, Satan, he knows man. I'm a fan of Man in that movie. He's been doing man for a long time. He knows what makes him move. Money. How are you going to be a lying spirit in the mouth of your prophets and get them to go along with it? Bless them. The same way the world does. The same way God does. Or the same way Satan does in the world today with his people that he promises $20 million a year. Just worship me. So what does he do? Come the same message to his ministry. I'll make you famous. I'll make you rich. I'll make your name bigger than Jesus. I'll make you eclipse the one you're preaching about. They'll know you better than they know Jesus. Think of anybody? Anybody come to your mind? A whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of them. You think about it, you don't really know what they preach. But there's no truth you can think of. You do know that. They got a foreign message. I'll be a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord has spoken evil concerning thee. I'm sorry. Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit. This is Micaiah talking about what he saw in heaven. Now behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord has spoken evil concerning you. You want a message from the Lord? I'm getting this message straight from heaven. This just happened before I was let loose to come and preach to you guys. I saw this vision in heaven, and this is the message that God showed me before I knew I was even coming here. Now I see why God gave me the message, and this is why, and so I come to give it to you. And God said, he's going to be a lying spirit in the mouth of all 400, and that's how 400 can speak with one voice. Easy. How else can ministers of different denominations and of different religious organizations all preach the same message? This transcends everything. They could have different beliefs in Jesus, as far as that's concerned. And I've heard some, I've watched, taking the time to watch some of the interviews. I was watching one notable one, and he was saying that when you get up in the pulpit, you better have it going on, more or less. I'm paraphrasing. And the interviewer asked me, he said, well, do you feel like that you got those abilities? I'm one of the best. I'm one of the best. Heard another preacher, notable one. I'm not talking about no little two-bit ministers. I'm talking about big-time ones. He said, I know what I bring to the table. I know what I deserve. I know what kind of money I should expect and what kind of money I can command because I know what I'm bringing to the table. That's quite a statement. I ain't figured that out yet. Maybe I'm not bringing things to the table. Except truth. I'm going to keep on bringing that. Now, of course, this pissed off the horn man. Zedekiah, that messed his whole program up. But Zedekiah, the son of Chenaniah, went near, and they did like they do you all on the internet when you go on the internet. When they had nothing to say back to you, they just slap you on the face. Why'd you slap me? Just cause. I don't like what you're saying. I don't have an answer for you. I can't rebut the truth you're putting down here. So I'll just get evil. So I'm surprised how quick they get mad at you. They get violent. When you talk about the coming of the Lord, and God speaking through prophets in these last days, they despise the message. They hate it. Why hate it? Either it's going to happen or it won't. But if it don't, it don't. Why do you care so much? Why do you have such a personal interest in the fact that somebody's propagating the message? If you know it ain't true, then just leave it alone. And quit wasting your time on this website because we obviously believe in it and we're going to change our mind, so go someplace else and peddle your doctrine. Instead of getting mad at us and hating us and calling us names, because eventually they call you names, right? The worst one is when they tell you you're deceived. You need to study the word. I just want to go like, when they tell you that, you telling me that? And how many congregations are you responsible for? How many life audiences do you preach for? What kind of checks and balance system do you have on the truth you're putting out? None. Who do you listen to? Nobody. Do you know any false prophets? Yeah, me. Do you know any true prophets? No. Do you know what a prophet is? Not really. They have no idea. Or that's somebody that tells something and it comes to pass. Can nothing do with the word, huh? Not really. I see. Zedekiah, son of Chenaniah. went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek and said, which way went the Spirit of the Lord from me to speak to you? What a question. Because the Lord spoke to me first. So I want to know if he spoke to you after he spoke to me, which way did he go to come to you? Because you got a secondary message. He gave you an inferior message. And I'm just curious, since you know so much about God and saw God and his throne in heaven and all that kind of stuff, which way did he go to come and talk to you? Get you the other 399? Yeah. Everybody say amen. Micaiah said, behold, thou shalt see in that day. Amen. When you get sick and tired of all their rhetoric, just tell them that. Yeah. Say, you know what? In that day, you'll see that there was a rapture. And God really was talking. Yeah. But there's only one little problem. Too late. Too late. Micah says, behold, thou shalt see in that day, when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself. Tell them that next time. Yeah. Just type that verse. Because you're going to be running. You're going to be hiding yourself from me. Because don't let me catch you on this website again. And that day, I'm going to wear you out. And the king of Israel said, that's the end of Micaiah's message, okay? Who said so? King of Israel. King of Israel said, take Micaiah, carry him back into Amon, the governor of the city, and to Joash, the king's son, and say, thus said the king, put this fellow into prison, and feed him with bread of affliction and water of affliction till I come in peace. What is he trying to do now? Let's take this prophet and put him into the stocks and give him affliction. And God allows it to accomplish his purpose. Give him bread of affliction, give him water of affliction, make his life one big affliction, and put him in prison and just let him just waste away. They don't know who they're messing with, do they? That's not going to happen. Y'all with me? Amen. That's what the preacher said, the old ones. Hello? That ain't happening. Okay? Y'all got that? Amen. I ain't wasting away nowhere. That's right. I mean, if I go out, I'm going to go out hurting somebody. I ain't going to be the only one that gets hurt. That don't make sense, does it? I don't know how many of you are familiar with Richard Pryor and the Miss Rudolph story. He said at one point, things got so hot in that house that I put my hand on my knife because I decided if anybody gets hurt up in here, I won't be the only one. Well, my hand's on my knife. Okay? Do you understand what I guess his attitude about this whole message? Huh? It's personal. It's personal. You're calling my God a liar, calling me a liar. You know what? It's that line the guy gave the guy in Ocean's 11. He said, run and hide. Run and hide. You told him that. That's what he said to him. He says, when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself, run and hide. Because I'm coming after you. Okay? And there's no place you can go on the internet to escape me. I'm going to be there. You're going to hit my webpage running and trying. And I'm going to be the same crazy prophet coming at you and say, you better go hide. Ain't nothing changed. Hated you back then, still hate you. I intend to get you. I intend you made the wrong enemy. Not because you made an enemy with me, you made an enemy with my God. And that I take that personal. Well, David, when he saw Goliath come out, and Goliath, he said, stood up and defied the armies of God. You guys come and fight. Send your best man. Come and fight me. I win. You guys worship us, serve us. If you win, we serve you. And David saw that one day. He's just bringing lunch. He's not even in the army. He's not qualified. Okay? Probably too short or something like that. I don't know. But he wasn't qualified. And David nudged his brothers. He said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine defying the armies of God? That didn't make sense to David. I pray that God will take these scenarios and make them not make sense to you. You know? This will make sense. The Satan can do this? He said, who is this guy? He's saying, look, I might just be a shepherd, but I killed a bear one time. And I killed a lion before. And I can hit him in the head with no problem because he's a big head. He's a big target. I got a text from my old friend in Ohio today. We grew up together. We went through all junior high school, senior high school together. We worked with the car wash together. We were good friends. That's when I went back east. I ran into him. He sent me a text this morning. So I just sent you a text, see how you doing, big head. I ain't been called big head in a long time. He called me big head. Okay? That's what David felt about Goliath. I can hit his big head, but no problem. But they're not going to defy the armies of God, not my face. You know, the issue is God.
That's right.
I'm sorry, this is God. They ain't got to do with me or you. You are not going to defame God like that in front of me. You got to pay for that.
Amen.
You know, it's like you know the statement, you know, your grass on the lawnmower, okay? Offering time.